Have you ever dreamed about working from the sun in beautiful Cape Town, South Africa? We spent the last 3 months working remotely from the region, and here are 8 things that we wish we knew before visiting. Number 1, load shedding. So in South Africa, they have this thing called load shedding, which essentially means that they turn off the electricity completely in certain region or districts at specific periods of time. And for people from Europe and maybe from the States, this could be quite strange and uncommon and takes, some time to get used to. So before booking your Airbnb or your hotel, ask them about if they experience load shedding. And if they do they have a generator or do they have a USP, which is an uninterrupted power supply to back up internet and so on. Make sure also to download the ESP app and put in the region where you're staying in to see what times during the day that this region will have load shedding. Number 2, Wi-Fi. Probably the most important piece when you're working remotely. And we did experience, I don't know if we were unlucky, but some quite shaky Wi-Fi where we were staying throughout our travels. Um, and what we realized was that in order to prevent, emergencies when you have client meetings or customer calls, buy a SIM card to have backup with roaming in case the Wi-Fi doesn't work. And don't just go for any SIM card, like your MTNs or something similar as it's cheaper. Go with Vodacom because they have the quickest speeds throughout the country. You can buy this card directly when you land at the airport, or you can go to one of their stores at Waterfront or something similar. So make sure, for your own calm and sense, to buy a SIM card to have backup for your internet. Number 3, safety. So this is something that we were thinking a lot about before visiting the country, and we got a lot of questions about. But in general, after visiting such a long time, we felt very safe in Cape Town. So much so that we decided to come back the year after. But of course, we practice and we use our common sense when moving around. So in the evening, if it gets dark, make sure to not walk around and wander around. Book an Uber or a Bolt. It's very convenient. It's very cheap to take in Cape Town. Um, and it's rather to be safe than sorry, right? Even if it's just a couple hundred meters. Also, if you go on hikes, don't go off the beaten path. Stay on the path. Don't hike alone. And if you're wandering out, make sure you notify someone before where you're going, just to be on the safe side. Then on to number 4. So where to stay in Cape Town? Well, when you're on Cape Town and you're at the Atlantic coast, of course you want to be staying by the sea. Our favorite place to stay is an area called Sea Point, but there's another area next to it called Green Point, which is also very nice. But if you also have a little bit higher budget and you want to stay in a nice house or so, you can also look at areas like Clifton or Camps Bay. What's nice with these neighborhoods is that they're very safe, firstly, and you can go out for your morning run and enjoy the sun and the breeze and even catch a dolphin or a sea lion in the morning before going back to work. Getting those 10,000 steps a day in is very, very easy when living in these areas. Staying downtown, there might be some cool places to stay there. Just in general, when it gets dark, doesn't feel as safe, this area. And you also miss out on a big part of the Cape Town experience, which is the nice nature. So if you want to stay somewhere, stay close to the sea. Number 5, a great thing with South Africa in general is that they have summer when we have winter in Europe. And one thing that people tend to forget about is the advantage of the time zones. So in South Africa, the time zone is very convenient for people working from Europe. Um, they're actually on Finnish time, which means that you get 1 hour extra in the morning compared to CET. And if you're working towards the UK, you get an additional 2 hours, which means that It's a little bit easier because you can sleep in the morning and still not work super late like you were working remotely from a region like Asia, for instance. So, great place to go, especially in the wintertime in Europe. No jet lag, you enjoy the summer without working different time zones. Probably the biggest advantage to work remotely from South Africa are all the activities you can do in the evenings and on the weekends. From going on amazing hikes in the astonishing nature to seeing wild animals, in their natural habitat, to go on outdoor cinemas, to snorkeling with seals. There's so much to do in the region and to explore. So make sure you check out our other videos when we're, for instance, doing the seal snorkeling or doing the wine tram experience. Number 7, movement and exercise. We have never experienced a city anywhere else in the world where people are as active and as fit as people are in Cape Town. Wherever you're looking, you see all these people that it looks like the only thing they do is basically exercise. And I don't know if it's the sun or if it's something in the water, but it's clear and it motivates you to also stay active and to eat healthy. So when you're in Cape Town, make sure you make use of this lifestyle and go to the outdoor gym, have a run by the sea and see the animals out in the ocean, or go to one of the many studios or classes like Malin was doing with the Pilates classes and the yoga, for instance. So movement and exercise, it's easy to do when you're in Cape Town. Point number 8 and the final point is prices. So we have been quite pleasantly surprised about the cheap prices for instance, we mentioned before Uber and logistics is very cheap in Cape Town, but also food and drinks in general is something that we would say is a bargain in the region. So don't be afraid if your hotel or your Airbnb is a little bit on the pricier side, because you will make that money again from our experience from the food and the drinks. There you have it. Those are 8 tips that we wish we knew before we decided to work remotely from Cape Town. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go in and check our other videos from our experience in wonderful Cape Town, South Africa. Hit that subscribe button and like, and we'll see you on the next one.